What are the challenges have been to actually have that, have to build the bridge? I mean,
to have to build
right?
the bridge in the first place. Yeah. Good question. That's a really good question. So like you already mentioned yourself, Indigenous people are typically not the first invited to the table when it comes to consultation, and certainly women, just being a woman, you face greater challenges. There are barriers you have to overcome that a man doesn't to enter the workforce. It's typically things like childcare, right? It's not usually a man who has to worry about the kids. He gets to go to work in the morning and not have to think about those things. Transportation and technology supports. We make sure that the women that we're supporting and training are well supported, and they know that. So we use the phrase wraparound supports, and we look at the woman and her family, not just her, but how do we support you so we can ensure you're successful? What do we need to do? And we rally as a team in every area of our organization when it comes to that support.
So is that, I mean, I see where the woman is at the center of that, obviously, in terms of, trying to acquire the skill, develop the skill, and then the job opportunities, et cetera. Do you lead them through that journey, or how does that work?
Well, we provide the training and the structure. We work with them as they develop their own career coaching, their own career plan. Mm-hmm. We're there to coach and facilitate the journey. Our core programming is known as what's known as culture, competence, and competence, where we do a lot of career exploration with the women. We do offer the program to men as well, but that's on as a requested basis, and sometimes we offer it in community on a fee-for-service. But our training is always free for Indigenous women and gender diverse folks.
So, what specifically are you training them in?
They're receiving professional development. So we are working on their resumes, their interview skills, their professional presence, such as LinkedIn. We're working on their personal development, but I think what's really strongly unique about our program is that we focus on cultural elements as well. We don't take for granted that not everyone grows up with their culture. Often it's we're relearning, right? Mm-hmm, we're reconciling ourselves in terms of that. But our 8 weeks, it's structured personal development, professional development, culture, health and safety, and then they receive like their basic certifications like health and safety and their WMIS and that kind of thing.
Which would be necessary for the skilled trades in general.
Exactly.
Right.
So we want to bring them as far as we possibly can in terms of preparing them for what's next in their journey. And it's their journey. They identify whether they want to go on to a pre-apprenticeship or a work placement or further vocational training. Every woman is unique, and we treat them that way.
So where does the educational system and the industry writ large sort of overlap with what you're doing in terms of, I mean, I can see where you've already described how difficult it is for women in general. Indigenous women becomes more of a challenge. Indigenous women in skilled trades, I can see, that's, again, just not a traditional viewpoint. And there's all kinds of baggage and bias that's baked into all that makes it harder. So I can see how, a young, smart, bright woman who's got everything going for her looks at that and says, shit, that's not worth it. That's a hard road to hoe to get into that particular one, as passionate as I may be, because the system is not really all that welcoming for me. Yeah. Now, maybe I'm overstating it.
It's not designed for them, is it? So in terms of success, I know right now we're working on providing more mentorship, finding those mentors, bringing them forward. And when we do Career Week, we pack the schedule filled with experience, people who are working in the industry, women who are journey women already, women who have their red seal, women who are out there working on job sites and starting their own businesses. So we go the lengths we need to go to find these women who are willing to encourage other women. Get in the trades.